welcome on back into this revisit of Star Control 2, the Ur-Quan Masters. Let's refit the Starluck here. I am going to add a third storage bay for 750, and I am going to add a second planet lander. I could finagle some extra speed, ease of turning, instead of a second lander, but let's see, just in case measure. That way I'm not leaning too hard on those save and load crutches that carry you through so many games in life. Many an instruction manual. The Fallout ones come to mind. Adamantly insisted you save and load the game on multiple save slots, and this adventure space game with arcadey battles, you're gonna want to save in multiple save slots. Especially if it's your first time playing. As I mentioned before, in some ways this game is generous, in others much less so. Note that a crew pod would cost us 2,000 if I wanted to carry a long extra crew, but I could commission an Earthling cruiser. I have the spare slots of my fleet and stash crew that way. The Spathia Looter will hold a spare crew for us. This should be good to handle early game exploration in the areas around Sol. Let's flip to our handy-dandy map now, once we get out of the starbase. We have the Spheres of Influence for the Spathi and the Ilrath here. We also see our fuel range. Our fuel is 60, and this is as far as we can go. To the edge of the circle. Note, though, that if we went out that far, we would be out of fuel. So we wouldn't want to travel that far. We would want to make sure we have enough fuel to get back and resupply. Either at Sol, or using another method, which would allow us to resupply our fuel. We don't know of any other methods at this point in time. We have learned about 2 spheres of influence, the Spathi to our northeast, which has been marked on our map, and the Ilrath to our west, which has also been marked on our map. But we also have other information. Let's utilize this handy-dandy toggle maps functionality that we have. You may have noticed in the video description, I included a handout of the war era map. This is information our captain would know. And indeed, you as the player would very well know, or I should say, should very well know, coming into the situation of where the old parties were located here. And this lines up with information conveyed to us by Starbase Commander Hayes as a way for us to, angle our possible routes of exploration. There's also a known constellations thing, which is pretty neat. And there's a known homeworlds functionality as well. Sol is marked here, as well as Vela, which is super close to Zeman. We have, is that Eta Vulpeculae? Spathiwa is going to be over here in Epsilon Gruis, and that should be Delta Gorno for the Shofixti, indeed, which has seen far better days. We can zoom in and out on this map, and we can search the stars. For example, if I wish to search Delta Gorno, you'll notice there's a text auto-completion as well. Like Eta Vulpeculae. Very, very comfy, convenient tools for folks diving into the Ur-Quan Masters high-definition MEGAMOD Palooza. We're going to focus our explorations near Sol, but we're not going to be hitting every star. We're going to be skipping Sirius, for example. If memory serves, there's only one planet there, and it's not for us. Our first destination is going to be Alpha Lyrae. So, mark in there that we're heading to Alpha Lyrae, and let the autopilot spirit us away. Time passes in hyperspace much quicker than it does out here, and you use fuel to travel all the time in hyperspace. Do not run out of fuel. It is a bad idea. A brief taste of the hyperspace music. Alright, we've got 2 planetary bodies here to explore. Doesn't look like there's any hostilities or aggression. I'll meet you when we get to one of them. It's an ultramarine world. Class 3 weather, so there's a little bit of danger on this planet for us. There are some delicious prizes available, though. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We take a look at the manifest. We have rare earth orbs as the most valuable thing here, but that's plenty of good stuff. With only a little bit of danger, of course, that comes in the form of lightning storms, which will be harder for me to dodge than, say, Class 3 tectonics. But well worth the price of admission and any crew we lose, provided I don't lose the entire lander. This will be 2 landings, I'm gonna say. Yeah, 2 landings. Let's start over here. Grab some Krypton. We'll load up with that. And 1 more dispatch. Note the gravity here, extremely low. Lost 1 crew. First exploration casualty. So it goes. Alright, the second planet, I think, is over this direction. Looks like it. Gonna try not to rocket past it. We'll, oh, alright, not bad, not bad. Good. A noble world. No weather, Class 3 tectonics. Looks like we have some commons, and we've also got some noble gases. Judging by the orb size, I don't think I'll need to land more than once. So let's start over here and see about scooping all of this up. I can always jettison the common if I need to have more storage space. And I was right about all that fitting. Delightful. Alright. Looking okay so far. That takes care of this system. Our next target will be Beta Lyrae. And then I will comb through the various Centauris. Alpha Centauri, I don't think is going to have much in the way of lootables for us at this time due to its severe weather. That star is powerful. And those planets are going to be fucking scorching. I think some of the other Centauris will have good stuff for us. We'll see. Afterwards, I might head back to Sol there. It'll just depend on the situation. Let's head for Beta Lyrae. Let the autopilot handle us. We could position ourselves so that we enter hyperspace, you know, angled different. Could save us some time out there in hyperspace. I'll just let the autopilot take it. I'm not going to fuss over the individual loss of days. Though I notably do pause here so I can evaluate the scene. Alright. Alright, we have several targets. Hopefully one of them pan out. Best case, all of them pan out. And not murder more of my crew. Planet 1. The Progenitor. What you got in this iodine world? Hell? Is this hell worth it? Those look like corrosives to me. Those are red orbs. No, those don't look like radioactives. Those definitely look like corrosives. For Tectonic 6? Well, I'm like narrowing my eyes, like, I don't know, man, coloration difference. I mean, it's just a bunch of earthquakes. I think I'm gonna let that one go. It'll be fun. What was the gravity here? Like trying to talk myself and like, oh no, those are definitely radioactives. You're just, your color receptors in your eyes, you're just not detecting it properly. Let's go visit the gas giant. Say how do you do? What's up? Planet 2, the sequel to Planet 1. It is in fact a gas giant, not a glass giant. It has nothing of value for us. Very good. Rotate on over here. Whoop. 2A is a purple world and is completely safe for us. Is there anything of value for us? It's completely safe and there's fuck all. Understood. Oh, I'm so mobile. How about you, 2B? Also safe for us. Okay, got a bunch of base metals. Some good stuff, though. It's worth 3 instead of 1. We'll scoop it up. We got 3 storage bays. Looks like we'll only be making the 1 trip. Some potassium. Aluminum. Okay, there we go. Looted. Plundered. Get me out of here. What we got going on over here? 2C. Class 5 tectonics. Squints. It'd be cool if, you know, those orb colors remained on my screen. Just so I could double check. Like, those look like commons to me and not noble gases. But I'm like, is that color different? Is that color different? I mean, you could... And like, no, we see noble gas orbs later on, and if I'm wrong, that's okay. There'll be other captains. They need to loot things, too, to deliver back to their starbase commanders. We'll let it be. It's not worth the risk. How about 2D? Class 8 tectonics. What are we talking about here? Not gonna be able to do it. What's going on over here at this gas giant? Yeah. Sufficiently gaseous. No complaints. About 3A. A purple world. Safe for us to be on. Got some stuff for us. Let's go claim it. We can always come back to any of these worlds. If I miss a particular noteworthy thing, you can drag me back kicking and screaming in the comments. No, Grimith! There we go. We'll leave the rest of that. Future travelers. It's important to look out for others. Kind and courteous to everyone in space. Everyone. What's going on over here at 3C? Class 3 weather, Class 4 tectonics. Metal world. It's full of prizes. That's gonna be worth the risk, to be sure. Let's, get these. And wondering if looking at the gravity, thinking about, like, quickly bouncing the lander off and on. Okay. I might end up leaving these. I was wondering if I should grab this and then go right. I think I'll grab this and then head left. Two crew for the 6 sulfur grabbed? The 6 sulfur grabbed. Yeah, sure. Uh-huh. Alright. That's fine. Losses will occur, just the way it is. Sometimes it'll seem really unfair. Alright. 3B I didn't go to? What's going on at 3B? Whoop. That is a Selenic world. Selenic? Selenic? Grab some stuff. I talked last episode about how cargo overflow will be a thing. Think of it as a tithe. To Dogar, Kazon, and whomstever is listening. Whomstever? Whomstever. Good. That takes care of this planet and its satellites. Yep. Alright. Oh, that's a Ruby world for sure. How bad's it gonna be? Oh. Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I do think we have room in our cargo hold for Ruby World. Yes, sir. Nice, peaceful, relaxing Ruby World. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Line of 5. If only we could stay longer. Put some mining operations down. A lot of potential here. We have to keep it moving. This looks like a super dense world. I don't think there's gonna be anything here for me. Class 7 tectonics, uh-huh. Yep, we're, don't think we're gonna be staying. Let's zoom in. So, that's Alpha Lyrae and Beta Lyrae out of here. Noted that I intended to skip Sirius. I can't remember whether there's anything worthwhile in Canopus. And we're gonna head off eastward, we'll call it, another time. Why don't we pop into Gamma Centauri next, before I visit old, big, and bright, and likely to torch all of my people, Alpha Centauri. Maybe I should have pointed in a different direction. Nope, I'm facing this way now. Those exotics on that Ruby world. Oh, it's gonna be great. Especially with the ease of acquisition. Just 2? Alright. A non-gas giant and a satellite. What's over here in this ultraviolet world? Ultraviolet world. Class 3 weather, Class 5 tectonics. I am definitely going to be losing crew here, but these acquisitions will be worth it. For sure. That gravity is definitely going to be gulping fuel. It will also be worth it. Just got to keep in mind, every unit of fuel is 20 resource units. So I probably grab these two and then leave. Then grab these, leave. Maybe I can bounce to grab these 3 and leave. And then maybe there's something like here. We leave the junk behind. It's gonna be 4 trips. Maybe I take some loss here to condense that trip, because I'm thinking about thinking about the fuel cost. And also the risk to crew. Alright. Go here. Yeah. We'll go and grab that. Okay. I definitely want to grab this stuff. Maybe it should have been 4 trips anyway. I want to squander my time grabbing junk? Not really, no. I guess it will be 4 trips anyway. Okay. Next trip is going to be grab these precious metals over here. Woo! I pushed that one. That was 10 crew deaths. Went close to losing the lander. Did not eject from that one at all. Okay. Okay. Crew replacements currently 3 a pop. Good. Good. Glad I made sure to grab the cruddy common orb before the base orb. Genius play. Whole lot of loot, but this ultraviolet world carried a heavy cost in lives. It's alright. Starbase Commander Hayes has nearly 2,000 people on board the space station, all of whom are so eager to aid me in defeating the Ur-Quan and overthrowing the hierarchy and disabling Slave Shield. Yeah. Life is cheap, right? If you think about it, every person's just 3 resource units. I mean, every person, when you think about it, is just a base metal. And that's fucked up. Want a 0.09 gravity? I guess I could visit to say hi? What the hell? Sure. Fuel use 0.2? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can always chuck this out later. There. We said hi. Woo! Oh, no, no, no. Narrowing eyes suspiciously at world. We have this iodine world besides a hell. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just grab some iodine? Sure. And over here? Grab some more iodine? Because Lord knows we need more iodine. Blessed be. Well, alright, now that the mercurial whims of Grimith decided to burn a bunch of fuel at this world in exchange for iodine, let's head now with our remaining fuel to Alpha Centauri, again, wanting to keep in mind that we will need some fuel to make it back to Sol. Yep. Let's kill that autopilot there. Forgot I was facing that direction. We'll face in this direction. And star map. Me over here, please. Go get him, autopilot. Alpha Centauri. Quite a busy system. Though I do not anticipate being able to land on much of this. Let's see how well the memory holds up, yeah? First off, show me the Ruby world. This Ruby world is fucking hot. But look at what's down there. Oh. Oh, that's 26 times 25. Please. You have to put that inside of me right now. Oh my god, that's another 39. One more. Okay, we lost 8 crew at the end. Only 8. Their lives were so worth it. What's going on out here? Okay. I think not. A little bit of fire and earthquakes for this. Nah. This cinnamon world can keep that. I'm out. I did not remember there being a second Ruby world in the system. Why did I squander fuel on grabbing iodine again? It's so hot, but there's so much profit here. Oh, it's so hot that if I just landed on the planet, I could blow up before I'm even able to grab anything. How many crew lives am I willing to spend here? Yes. How much fuel am I willing to spend here? Yes. How many landers am I willing to spend here? Yes. Probably. These orbs are so large that there's going to be waste. Like, if I grab this and this, some of the exotics will be, like, thrown out. I'm probably still willing to grab both of those, though, but each of these is a separate trip. Each of these will be a separate trip, and then there's just going to be these 3 lingering out here. And I think if I grab all of this, I might be willing to just leave this here and come back later. The lander will get... we can improve it. I mean, the temperatures, it's not like those are going to get better. Yeah, it's going to be a unit of fuel for a round trip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 landings. Man, if I can do 6 landings on this planet and not lose a lander, that's so worth any number of lives I lose. Yeah, okay. Dispatch. It's just going to be 6. Yeah, I'll have each of these be its own separate collection. Okay, there goes, 6 people. Uh-huh. You see how quickly that fire appears and how much fire there is? That could easily be under the lander. This lander could be toast before I can do a fucking thing. Okay, Each person is worth 3 resource units. Each person's worth 3 resource units. Each person's worth 3 resource units. For now. And my fuel, one more. I will not push this. I'm so far. Okay, that's it. I'm tapped. I'm good. I'll leave the rest of this. Not for another explorer, though. I will fucking come back and get it. Witho, buddy, friend. Remember how you were alone? Well, you're still not alone, but I'm gonna need some of those people back. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Let's say hi to this gas giant and its 2 satellites. Greetings to you, Alpha Centauri 2. Temperature? Some. Good, good. I did warn about how potent and powerful the temperatures would be here. 2A? Yeah, what could you possibly have that would be worth the risk? No, I'm willing to risk for exotics. Oh, Grimith. Look at all the valuable orbs. Don't you want rare Earth cargo? You see that temperature? And the weather? Class 7? That's so much worse than the Ruby world I was just at. No, I do not want that. It could go to hell. For giggles, we'll come on out here. To the first planet. Merely Class 6 tectonics. And, you know, an incredibly fiendish temperature. Hear me out. Hear me out. I mean, you know, it's a huge fuel cost. Hashtag greed. It's fine. We're fine. There are some other planets to visit this way. Before we head to the right. Let's not go too fat. Yeah, wherever the fuck I am. This world could be of some value to us. This noble world, full of noble gases and extreme temperatures, I mean, it could be of some value. But if I'm gonna, like, put forward that kind of risk at these temperatures, I kind of want it to be for exotics. Not noble gases. It's gonna be so inexpensive to land on this planet. How could it be so terrible? I unreasonably pushed that. So close to losing the lander there. That was so greed. That was so greed. What the hell, Grimith? Alright, trying to analyze the rings here for where I've been. I haven't been to those 2. Have I been to the others around? I've kind of lost track. There's been so much greed that's been injected into my veins that I just, you know, not easy. Head out this way, sure. Allow me to get a full picture of the system, I hope. Well, guess not. We'll go tag the gas giant, say how do you do. Temperature almost elite. I was expecting to meet someone here. 626 degrees Celsius in class 4 weather for that. No, I've greeted this video. Let's, you know, I've got cargo space, but I think I'm gonna let that go. I think we'll just let that one go. How about you? The super dense world, yeah. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be a no, then. Very well. Maybe there's only one other planet for me to visit. Again, lost track in all of the greed. Here we go. Here's the full view. I hit those up. I hit up all of these. Yes. He said, looking at that, like, narrowing eyes, trying to determine whether that's part of the background or not. Now, there's a... I think there is another planet there. I say because... that's on this line, and I haven't hit up that. So there's something along this ring that's probably going to be super fucking hot and not have anything for me at all. Alright. More on that later. Actually, I guess... more on that next episode. Yeah. Yeah. We'll sequester this in its own separate video. This has gone long enough. Next time. That. The rest of Alpha Centauri. Maybe another Centauri. But very possibly just returning to Sol. Not even I know for certain. Find out then.